Well, it's Sunday. Go back to work again Monday, so I'm at that point, trying to relax, trying to get a few things done, but we'll go out and fertilize these trees in a minute. Mowed the lawn this morning. Yeah, I gotta empty out these beetle traps here at some point because these things are full. I'm gonna buy a couple more because I noticed a few more spots where beetles were hanging around. But yeah, I'm gonna come over here, fertilize these trees a minute, and then kind of go relax a little bit till it's time to go to bed and get ready for work tomorrow. Huh. Some of these apples are actually looking pretty good. I'll have to go check the one lonesome apple over on that side in a minute. There's the one lonely peach. I'm pretty sure we ain't got nothing out of this. Yeah, one peach just leaking. Everything else is kind of... But yeah, I see new growth, so we'll go ahead and fertilize these trees and call it a day. This tree over here, yeah, so you can see some new growth there, some new there, some new there. There's new growth on these trees. Alright, I got the trees fertilized, and I see there's a lot more Japanese beetles. So I've made the decision to come out here and empty these traps a minute. Hopefully we'll get more in it. They won't be able to fly out because they're figuring out how to fly out of these things. I've noticed that. Yeah, they're figuring it out quick. Kind of hard to see, but this thing, there was a lot of them Japanese, and them things stink, so I'm going to have to buy some more. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy some more of those traps. The one still smells good. The other one smells like rotten meat. That's how nasty those got. Yeah, at least we got a bunch of them. Yeah, I'll have to buy more though. Oh, here we are, Tuesday. I'm gonna work on designing the decal. Got an idea for a decal, so I'll go ahead and design in a minute. I'll put 10 hours in today at work. My hands are really starting to hurt from that job. Gotta pay the bills somehow. Alright, now what I'm doing is I'm looking for a picture of a bass. Something I can use in the decal. I'll alter it a little bit, make it a little different. Yeah, hands really starting to hurt. We'll go ahead and keep working on this. Well, I did my grocery shopping this morning, and Steven needed a little help, so come over here, and now I'm helping Steven. More or less watching him at the moment. At this point, I saved Steven a little bit of money.
Yeah.
He's probably going to spend more in the long run. We don't know exactly what the problem is. But at least it was one thing he thought it was, it wasn't. Yeah, I got to go back to Steven so I can bring him back into town here so he can get his alternator fixed. Old Hercules, or not alternator, starter. Old Hercules there repositioned their starter, went to go tighten down and snapped the bolt off the back of it. So I gotta go pick him up so he can get that fixed. Yeah, back home. Steven ended up having to buy a new starter. They didn't have the part to repair his old one, so they can still get them in stock though, so he'll get it repaired at some other point. But you'll have to watch his video to see how that project's going. Alright, I finally got a chance to gather myself together here and take care of a few things. One of the things I did when I went grocery shopping was I bought myself a little tray. Can't remember what they call them nowadays. I threw the ding thing away. But a little table, something I can do my vinyl on. Yep, just a little wooden table that I can do my decals on and stuff. It was $12, so it wasn't too terribly bad. It's got some weight, so it's actual wood. But yep, it's a little late tonight. I'm gonna get, I say late, it's light outside, but it's late to me. I'm gonna get to bed tonight and get up early in the morning and start working on probably some yard work, get some yard work done. And then I'll work on this vinyl cutter a little bit more. Work on, I got mugs I want to try and make. I make a couple of mugs for me and Steven. I'm trying my hand at a lot of other things so that way I can kind of get used to doing this stuff and I can get a bit of this stuff underneath my belt so I can start making stuff, and then I got stuff to sell. It's the whole point of making a business. You got to make the money. But I got to be able to know what I'm doing before I can make the money. I got up this morning trying to think of what to do. Man, I got a lot I know I can do, but I just got to figure out where to start. How about first thing, I'll show you this bucket of Japanese beetles now that the soap's all dispensed on it. Yeah, I gotta go check the traps too because I'm pretty sure those are full again. But yeah, that's all the Japanese beetles I caught the last time. Let's see if we can take a walk over this way without the dog going nuts. As long as the dog doesn't see me, I'm good. Well, I made it past the house, so I'm good. Alright. Oh yeah, I can see a lot of black at the bottom of that one. Let's look at the other one in a minute. I got more coming, I just don't know when they're gonna be here, because is the thing full of water? No, just full of Japanese beetles. So it's a little difficult to see down in there, but let's collect them. Look, there's one right there. I just noticed that. They look a little slow. Should go shake my trees and see if they come off the trees, because that's one area where I've had all the most issues. No, I didn't see any come off a tree. Hopefully we don't have them in this area then, because like I said, that bag was pretty well. We might actually get some apples off of this. Oh, those ones up there are turning red. Yeah, I don't see nothing come off of these. Sweet. Huh. I said that one lonely peach finally fall off. Yep, it's no longer there. But you can definitely see the nice fresh new growth. You got bees flying around over here. There's definitely quite a bit more on this. I can see them. There's some right there. There's another one right there. Just caught one in there. I had to beat with. Yeah, see. I don't know if you can see down in there, but those traps are still working great. I checked the Japanese beetle traps this morning. Those are looking pretty good. Those flowers, by the way, that I was pointing at that the bees were going to, those are Rose of Sharon. We've got so many of those, I gotta take them out. There's way too many. We got one big one in the front. We like that one. That one's gonna stay. But as far as I'm concerned, most of the other ones we're gonna take out. I might put them in the yard though to kind of space this property line with trees. Now that we got the 2 apple trees, the 2 peach trees, I think we're gonna put 2 Rose of Sharon down a little bit. That's what I want to do anyways. If it'll work or not, I can't explain it. It's hard to say. But now for today, we're gonna figure out what to do. Alright, one thing I'm gonna do here is trim around this willow tree. These branches are touching the ground. It's really hard to mow around it. So I'm gonna try and get the ones that are real close to the ground, and then I'm gonna try to go a little above that. Just about head level, just to make sure I can at least ride the ride mower around it. Yeah, these things are pretty much touching the ground and are pretty much about head height. Makes it a little more difficult to mow around. As you can see, I already started taking some out, and that looks pretty clear now. I mean, it was a big thing just like this. One thing I also noticed too, the Japanese beetles are eating on this willow tree. Japanese beetles are relentless. Like I said, I got 3 more traps coming. I don't know when, because apparently everybody else is ordering them right now, so they're delayed for shipping. But once I get them in, I'm going to place them all around the property. Then I'm going to order more, so that way I got plenty of them. We're going to eradicate these Japanese beetles one way or another. Alright. Yeah, probably about an hour's worth of work here, if that. Yeah. So I'll stand back from a distance so you can really see what it looks like here. That's all I was going for. I just wanted to clear enough to where I can mow around it and not have to worry about it. You know, the rest of those leaves and little tiny branches that are there can get mulched up from the lawnmower next time we mow. So there's one project done today. I can check that off the list. I got a little tree over here I want to cut out of the yard. Just gets in the way is all. This little tree right here, it gets in the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out of there. Might do that today, might not do that today, hard to say. Yeah, I got trash I gotta pick up still, and yeah, since my dad passed away, we've been trying to clear everything up, and it's been quite the feat. But I've come a long way since I've started it. Got a lilac bush over here, is my dad's favorite, but it's like half dead. So we're gonna cut this out of there too. And one thing we did notice is right down there, all those little leaves, those are all fresh new little shoots. So once we cut this down, those will at least grow into this again. It'll take a while, but eventually it'll get there. Yeah, I was out there cleaning up a little bit and it started raining. Yeah, it ain't lighting up just yet. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Maybe in a little bit I'll go work on my bathroom. Stay tuned next week to see what I get done. I think what I'm gonna do from this point on too is post once a week instead of trying to do twice a week. With me working, it's kind of hard to get out there and do stuff, so I gotta get whatever I can little throughout the week, and then weekends where I do most of my videoing and stuff like that. Like and subscribe. Till next time.